Hello, my name's Lonnie. I'm a lawyer in Washington, D.C. Best dessert? That would have to be the Belgian waffle in Copenhagen with the vanilla soft serve that I ate every night and every morning and at lunch. Worst, the meeting in Prague, the meeting for which our city coordinator had told us that it would be the highlight of our trip, the meeting that no one attended, or rather that the man who was supposed to be the highlight of our trip couldn't attend, the meeting that an English professor proceeded to read to us 4 pages of history in a dark room with no windows. That would be the worst meeting.
Hi, this is Ray Hales from Sacramento, California, and I'll give you a best dessert story. Josh will have to validate the number of desserts that I've tried. Apple strudel was definitely the best, but you've got to do apple strudel with vanilla sauce, not vanilla ice cream, vanilla sauce. Worst could also kind of be a best because it's a good story. I'll give you a travel story from Serbia when we were getting ready to come back to Germany, and came downstairs and nobody was down there. It's 5 in the morning, and asked the hotel attendant there if she had given everybody their wake-up calls. She had, and everybody had responded except for Josh. Turned out she gave me the master key, and I had to go upstairs, knock on his door. Nobody answered, and I was a little worried about whether or not it was actually going to be his room or not. But as I put the master key to it and opened the door, the lights were all on, and there was a Tennessee driver's license stuck in the card slot. So I knew it was Josh's room. So I was able to go in, wake him up, and make sure we made it on time.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. All right, now you're on. All right, I'm Josh McManus. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so the worst part of the trip was flying over the Alps from France into Italy, and the plane felt like it was coming apart. I've never had turbulence that bad, and I swore that I was going to take a train from Turin to Belgrade after that. Luckily, I got shit-faced and got on the next plane, and then got shit-faced and got on the next plane after that. The best part to me was Serbia, the whole experience. And next time you hear from me, my email address may end with an SE instead of COM. See ya.
Hey, Christine from Denver, Colorado. The best, I think, was hanging with Teo at the Baladin Brewery. Eating fabulous lunch and thinking I could stay for forever. And Pine, of course. That goes without saying, it's top secret. The worst was having to pass notes to others to ask questions for me in Brussels.
Hey there, it's Dan Prieto from DC. The best was Poland, everything about it. Dinner with the students, the nightclubs, and also the famous quote, "Don't chase me, I'm so full of chocolate," which was very good. Thank you, Nerf, for that. The worst? Probably Poland also. The 2.5-hour, $90 cab ride looking for the non-existent DHL office. But that was pretty funny too. So there you go.
I'm Charlie from Atlanta. I'm a lawyer. My best experience on this trip was dancing with Josh McManus and the ladies until 3 in the morning at the scary basement place. And my worst experience was 3 hours later, sitting in a morning session at the Marshall Forum, still shit-faced, and staring at my knee, because if I looked up at the speakers, I would hurl all over Lucy Okumu.
Alright, I'm Jamie from Denver. My best story from the trip was our last night in Belgrade at the Reka restaurant, which looked like a mom-and-pop restaurant until the band started. And we were singing American nostalgic songs and apparently communist nostalgic songs. Everybody was totally engaged, totally involved. It was awesome. We became communists for the evening and drank as much as communists for the evening. My worst was 2 hours later when we had to wake up at 5 a.m. I missed the wake up. It was 20 minutes late to the van, and was the sickest I've ever been on the drive to the airport and to the hotel. The worst.
Recording.
Hey, it's Melissa from Atlanta. I'll start with my best. I'll pick the category of best quote. And my best best quote I have to attribute to Francis. We were in Poland, all of us, on a bus to Auschwitz, of all places, feeling, I think, a lot of anxiety about that. Traveling half asleep through pastoral Poland, when out of nowhere, Francis yells, "Oh shit!" And we all panicked. I think I thought we'd lost a tire. And her next exclamation was, "A camel." And to our right, there was a camel, a two-hump camel. And who would have thought you would ever see a camel in Poland? And that was a great, great quote that I'll never forget, and I think has lots of applications. So my worst...
Didn't we name the camel?
We might have named the camel as a side comment. Engelberg to Humperdinck. Okay, worst food, which I have to say I have a lot of picky food issues, and I was really very pleased with all the food options, didn't have any problems at all. But in Brussels, we must have been served fish pate or fish loaf of some kind with some gelatinous seal around it about 3 meals in a row. And if I ever see fish pate loaf again, I might just lose my mind. So that's by far the worst food. I can't recommend it to anybody, and I think that covers my best and worst. Real quickly, best food, I'm going to go with Belgian waffle from the kiosk van for sure. Thanks.
The Afrovi, Zoom Africa, and no one's gonna stop us. The Afrovi, Zoom Africa. Hey.
By far the best quote. By far the best quote. Worst service was in Serbia when I went down to the hotel lobby and asked if they had toiletries because I needed, Ray's cracking up, I needed some toothpaste. And they said, well, no sir, we provide toilet paper in your room. So, but told me where a pharmacy was. I go back. Ray comes down a couple hours later and says, hey, so by the way, somebody knocked on my door, and when I opened it, they handed me a roll of toilet paper. Because, you know, we all look the same to those Serbians.
Nice.
Devin Hicks, Marshall Memorial Fellow.
Okumu, Los Angeles, MMF 09. My best story or best experience was the GMF alumni in Copenhagen, because we ended up having a blast with them in Copenhagen. They made the whole city worth spending all of our stipend on. And the worst experience, I guess I would say...
The guy you kissed in Belgrade?
I didn't kiss the guy in Belgrade. A worst experience would be all of the meetings that I fell asleep in. Because I couldn't stay awake. That's it.
All right. Do I have to introduce... I'm Michael Hendricks. 2009 MMF. Boston designer. All right. My best was last night. We went to the Watergate Club, and I watched the absolute lost expression on Josh's face when he was told he couldn't come to the club because he wasn't wearing jeans and t-shirt, and he didn't know who was playing. It's great. The worst could possibly be this dinner tonight and the great organization, along with this margarita, which apparently tastes like dishwater and women. Look at the face.
Yes, so we can cut these margaritas so we can drink them. Tequila. Tequila, right? I think you are wonderful. Yes. No, he's going to bring you a bottle.
Bring you a bottle.
Yeah, bottle's right.
There you go. Oh, it's more.